Well, buddy, wasn't that fun? We've arrived at Wayne's place. We did a bunch of yakety yak. Wayne's been away for the last 3 months. I haven't talked to him in over a month because he was in the United States. He's home now, so I popped in to go see him and said, hey, I got a few things I need done for me. Not a problem, Brent. I said, but it's been a long day, so for me, I'm going to climb in here. I'm going to lie down and relax for an hour. It's been a long drive. I've been on the road for just over 5 hours, so we're going to go out for dinner. And tomorrow is going to be a Brent and Wayne day. I love those ones. Good morning, little boy. Good morning, little people. Just kidding. Probably bigger than me. We're waking up here. We had a good night. A BSing and a little meal. We went downtown. And yeah, I'm just waking up. It's around 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just having my morning coffee. And we're about to go bug Wayne. Okay. We got things cleaned up in here. I got to still do a little bit of a sweeping, but I'm all hunkered down. No. Look at that sun coming in my window. We got clothed up so we could go outside. I just emptied out the back of my van. I'll go show you. Hang on. Look at that rhododendron. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe how hardy this thing is. That's a big rhodey. Yes, I'm a bit of a plant guy. Here's all my crap. So that all came out of here. And I need to figure out where I'm going to put my inverter. This monster. So I built this white box up here to protect the actual control panel, the solar control panel, and I forget how I attached it. So I got to remove the whole thing. I got as much done as I can get done without guidance from my buddy Wayne. So let's go see what Wayne's doing. I thought he was in the shop, but I don't know where he went. Maybe the aliens came to get him. I need to go dig out inside the van underneath where I put my old inverter. And we'll have to look in there next.
Love your jacket.
So my little corner table under here is hidden underneath this is my shore power battery charger and my other inverter. So I did this Mickey Mouse job. I don't think I did it quite right. So the whole time I had my van plugged in up in Kelowna, the batteries weren't being charged, and I had that underneath the carport for 2 days, so the batteries were slowly dying and not being charged. Thank God for Wayne. He's going to help me fix that. And I also figured when I rewired all the bank of batteries and the wiring and new fuse panel, somehow this stopped working. So we're going to test it to make sure the battery's okay. And hopefully trace the wires, because I do have 2 wires that are down there. I just don't know where they're for. So we can test them to find out how to, if one of them goes up there, we can run power up there. If not, if it works, we're going to figure out a different way to put power up to this, because trust me, in a van, when you live in it, you need an exhaust fan. So we're getting things done. He's just doing some business on his end, and we're going to get to it this shortly. I'll go back to editing. I am so stoked. I hooked up the wires. I pulled out my inverter. Where'd it go? There it is. And I took the wires, the positive and negative lead, and I ran it up into my fan here. And the fan works. Which to me is like, I'm so happy about that, because you really do need an exhaust fan, even if you're just boiling water to get the humidity out of here. So we got that lined up. I just got to figure out where the wires go, so we'll figure that out in a bit. That's going to be an easy fix. I have Wayne inside. He's working on my inverter. Let's go have a look at what he's got going on. Hi, buddy. So what we're doing is we're gonna put the inverter up against that wall again. We're gonna bolt it right on, run the wires through. Wires going into the battery here, and then the plug-in goes to the front. So we found more room. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's ground is.
Look at this thing.
Metal or something. Okay.
Yeah, the black.
That's the crimper for the size. You see the size of the wires there? They're huge. So he has the extra big crimper for those. We're getting those wires shortened up so we can hook them up to the batteries. He's also making jump wires from the batteries for me, which is awesome. And hopefully we'll get that hooked up. I don't know if we'll get the clearance lights done, because I think it's going to be an external fix, which kind of sucks, but... What a disaster, eh? This thing was clean this morning. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm hoping I didn't jump the gun. Turns out I figured out what's wrong with my fan. The wires won't fit, because if you look really closely here, the switch is missing. And I must have removed it and put it somewhere. So I've been going through my stuff to see if it shows up. We went through this thing completely. Hey, it got organized, but it's not in there. I guess we got to look in here. Yeah. Okay, so I just wired this up, hooked up to one of the batteries. We're just testing to make sure it works. There we go. Green light. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's even got a... So I can do watts. So there's 0 watts being pulled, and we got 13 plus coming in. Nice.
Are you taking it, do my joke on the video?
I want people to know how crazy you actually are.
I am actually really...
I think, though, we should actually get back to work, because we're actually videotaping people videotaping.
But see, Brent has a problem up there.
That's my only fan.
Yeah.
I can't believe that thing is still going. I had that plugged in for days. I thought I had it running for days. Anyways, we need to pull off this thing here, because this is a switch that is going to actually turn my inverter on. So what did I do with my screwdriver? Yeah, you don't see that, but that's going to be... I didn't want to drill holes and stuff into the fender well, so I taped that up because it was styrofoam, and then we're going to lay 2-sided tape on there to adhere the... We have lights. The battery charger in place, so let's go see what Wayne's doing. Look at this mess I'm making. Poor Wayne. The last job of the day is we're just hooking up the battery charger. Well, Wayne's hooking up the battery charger because my job sucked. Tomorrow's gonna be a whole new day. Hopefully we can get this thing spinning.
No, that'll be done. And forward reverse too.
Ooh.
Added features.
We have a dial so I can turn up the fan and slow down the fan, and I guess he also has a button so I can reverse the fan forward and reverse. So that's going to be an added feature to a
Double
typical.
pull, double throw switch.
There, look at that. See,
Double pull, double throw.
added features.
Added features.
That's cool. So those are all professionally all soldered up and ready to go. The inverter, well, it's hooked up to this. I turn this on. And it'll run anything that's electrical. This thing here is huge. This is like 1500 watts or something like that. So it's actually on, and if we turn it to heat, it will start to turn on and it works. So that's a big draw. You would never really want to use that. Those might last, if I'm lucky, a couple hours or so on my batteries. You know, worst comes to worst. But it's good to know that, because what I'm looking for is something that's, I want to put a coffee machine in my house. I'm getting lazy in my old age. But yeah, the inverter works. We won't be running this though. It sure does feel nice though, having heat blowing off of it. We got the fireplace going. We finished off a great day, dude. Yeah. The inverter's installed. The battery charge is installed properly because it wasn't working when we got here. And next, tomorrow, we're going to have the fan all really done. And to top it all off, Wayne's cooking me dinner. We went out for dinner last night. I think I'll cook him dinner tomorrow night, because it looks like I'm here for another day. So with that, I'm going to get this place cleaned up. How do I look? Hey, pretty handsome? It's chilly out here. We're in Agassiz. We're still at Wayne's place, trying to get electricals done. And we went down to Lordco, and there was a big puddle of antifreeze underneath my van. So we looked under the hood, and there's all wet around the thermostat. So I bought a new one, and we're replacing it. It's way in here. There it is. So underneath that little housing that has the hose on it, is going to be a thermostat. We've moved this out of the way a bit so we can do this. I'm just removing the hose. There's going to be a bunch of water coming out here pretty quick. Let's do it. The weather's so weird out, eh? The way the water, the sun was in the sky. It's so low. Come on, bud. There we go. As you can see, we need to pull that off now. Come on, focus. So, this is the housing. I've scraped it all off. I'm going to put some sandpaper on it. This is the old thermostat. I don't know. We'll check it out in water later to see if it works, but I don't know what gave out. But we got some new stuff right here. I like to make sure these things are as clean as possible. So when we go to put them on, I might even add a little gasket material to it if I can find some. There we go. Close enough. I guess I should mention that the thermostat goes in one way and one way only, and it's this way here. The bottom end has the spring on it, so it has to go in that way. We do have a gasket here. If you have the proper gasket, there's no need for silicone. Get that on there. Oh, come on, get in there. Tight little spot in here. There we go. Since I have two hands, I'm gonna need both of them to actually get the bolts started. You're gonna skip out of this, but I'll show you as soon as I get them started. Oh yeah, so we got the socket in there. It's on, it's tightening. But I just wanted to show you this is what team is all about. While I'm doing this, let's go see what's happening in here. Hey Wayne, what you doing, Wayne?
What?
What you doing, Wayne? What Wayne's doing is he's putting a switch in, so up in the fan, it's going to go reverse and forward and multi-speed with a turn dial. So we went and picked up that from Lordco. That's how we found out the water was leaking. So he's in there being the electrical guy while I'm outside freezing my tush.
Hey, you turned the heater off in here.
Would you like me to turn the heater back on?
No, it's okay. I'm pretty warm right now.
I thought you were a tough guy.
Yeah.
The other sending unit that's burnt, I just pulled it off, but I can't access it for some reason. So I'm just, might as well grease things while I'm underneath here. Well, I'm not gonna lie. There's some set of self-gratification that you get when you actually start something and go right through the end and finish it. I hit a bunch of stumbling blocks for me and cut myself multiple times, but everything's replaced. I'm gonna go start it up, see if we have any leaks. Job well done, Brent. That's how I knew it was leaking, because we came out of Lordco and we actually saw water coming down. It was all underneath the van, so no more leaks. Got some lunch there, dude. Oh my God, and I thought I created a mess. We're having issues with this. He has one of the variable speed controller isn't working properly, and he's been trying to fix it, but we'll find out what's going on. What a mess. But it's 1 o'clock and it's lunchtime, so we're gonna take a break. Well, that was more than enough work for one day. We finished everything all up and I had to put everything away, which is good. We got things accomplished, and that was the main thing. But we're gonna settle this one down and we're gonna shut her down, and we're gonna take the rest of the day off. So peace, love, and granola, and I'm ready for a holiday.